Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Let me just see. Not everyone has joined us now. What we can do is, as I have planned to do so, till the time everybody joins, and then we'll start with a new topic of today. So we're just going to see for 5 minutes, what we have done yesterday, because that is something which is very important from all the classes. It is kind of a summary of whatever we have done and we have talked about. So we should just try to revise for 5 minutes what we have done, and then maybe we can have the discussion on the questions as well. Can you please tell once again how to get on? Asking for Poonam, I think I have been telling these points in the class. Have started with me that please refer these two videos. Okay, I have told you that you have to buy a domain and hosting first, and then by watching this video, after you buy these two things from GoDaddy and XYZ, then you have to connect them, and then you will be able to download the professional WordPress. Okay, the one you are using, that's a free WordPress. That's why it will not going to give you Yoast. It will not going to give you the designing access, and a lot of things will be missing. Okay, so you have to buy a domain, hosting, connect it, and then after that, watch this video for the extended learning. Okay, for the professional website making. So it's in the two steps basically. So just go with this and then go with this. Okay. Cool. So, guys, as I told you, it was a very important session yesterday. We had just seen everything. The Poonam, the link has been given in the document at the top. Okay, so please check it. I try with the Yoast SEO for e-com. However, I have some difficulty in giving a description of the number for a product. I did also the internal external link. Ashwarya, I think internal link can still be given because if you have anything as an accessory, which is basically can be connected to the website, then you can just which can be a sub product or maybe can extra thing which is kind of relevant. Of course we cannot just connect internally anything, rather if you don't get anything. So I have a idea for you, like I have a suggestion for you. Suppose you are making a website on mobile accessories and you have just made a product, maybe a page of mobile accessory, and you're saying that you have given the description, you're not getting a words, so you're able to just write 200 words maybe and given the product description and whatever the pros cons and maybe a comparison or something, and then after it it says yours that your internal link is missing. So you can just give a internal link of your home page or maybe any page which is your category page. Okay, you can just write in this way. Maybe everywhere your homepage categories page can be connected as an internal page or internal link. And when it comes to external, it is always good that if you just go and give an external link of anyone who is good in that, before you. Just like if somebody does the comparison, somebody do the unboxing, somebody does the any of the pros cons, so you can just refer them as an external link, because in the future, by today tomorrow, you will able to learn that will going to work like a strategy for you for getting the backlink. Okay. Okay, sorry. Today you will see that. You should not give that, but if there is nothing, then you can give it. Okay. Do not worry. You can give that. Then I tried upload a blog in WordPress, but I was able to read that particular part where I will be uploading my. I don't know, Akash, what you're writing, and please do not write private. Please write to all participants. And elaborate your question, I'm not able to understand. You're working on the professional WordPress or a free WordPress? First of all, I have to learn that. I'll take the next question. Meanwhile, you just write to all participants and then try to explain, bit in more details. Mohammed is saying, sir, can you use Host SEO for any website, Mohammed, any website? Yes, you can use it. You can use it. It just has to be used in the WordPress professional site. The site should be created on a WordPress. That's it. That's it. Okay. The costing. Okay. I think questions you wanted to write. The questions on P and D is teasing me. Sachin sir, please help, not visible on the Shreyas. I think I've been reading. They are working on their tool. So it will take some time. We have to live with it because that is something which is given by Moz only. So and Moz is working on their tool. So we should not just be in a hurry to buy the Moz, even if somebody says that go and buy the Moz and you will able to see the PADA. So just try to wait for maybe this week or next to be able to see something is coming as a result. So just wait, Shreyas. It has just started to happen in this week only, when I started to tell you, because I think I was taking a session on 11th January and this batch started on 17th. No? So 11th January to 13th January, I was working on the most, just like I was working with you, and it was working flawless. It was giving all the results. And then we met on 17th and I did Moz with you, I think on 20th or 21st. And like in just a gap of 1 week, it was having the issues. So I started to just read and just watch few YouTube videos from the Moz itself. So they are just doing some updates on the back end. So that can be the reason it is not showing all the results. So we should just wait. Maybe they would come with the announcement. If they will not leave us with any other option that you have to buy it any day, then there will be no solution to it. We have to then buy it out. But if the update goes good and everything comes back to the normal, size and color and the results, then maybe you will able to see everything just like it used to happen earlier. Okay, so just wait. It will show you. Because there is no other tool which would give you the PADSO correctly. Because that's something which is coming from Moz only, and we have just understood it. So if even third party claims it, any of the tools, if you would go on a Google and search tool to find PADSO, there would be enormous number of tools which would claim that the data is correct and you should buy your tool, buy the tool. But I will not go with it because nobody can trust more than Moz, because that's something which is coming from Moz. Moz is the one which is collating data and giving you, who has introduced these terms. So I think we should wait. Okay. I think I just answered that, Ekta. Just a Moz. PADA के लिए just go for a Moz only, please. Whatever the number of trial periods or whatever the number of searches it allows, go with it, and maybe in the coming time you can buy it out. Image key phrase is the key phrase which can go in the alt text. Means when we have decided that our product will be Pinterest marketing, like suppose my focus keyword was yesterday Pinterest marketing, when I made the page in front of you, then I should ensure and I should ensure that I am putting something as an image in my content where in the alt text Pinterest marketing can be used. Like yesterday, I was in a hurry because I wanted to finish so many things so that you guys can just do practice. So if I would have more time, then I would have searched the image from the Pinterest marketing point of view, and then I would have uploaded that image, and then I would have given the edit, the alt text Pinterest marketing, because my key phrase is Pinterest marketing and it should be a part of our image alt text somewhere in the page. Okay, so that's why if you're getting an error, because yesterday I just used random images that they were downloaded in my system, so I did not wanted to waste time. I just taken them from my laptop and I just uploaded it. But if I would have been working professionally for somebody, then I would ensure that my focus keyword, which is a Pinterest marketing, is a part of any image as well. So that's the reason, if you are getting an error, so that's the reason you are getting an error. Okay, that's the only reason you're getting an error. Okay. So if I just go, I don't know how it has just changed, but it has changed. Now maybe it has just removed. I was telling you yesterday na, that if you will start working, you would know by the end of your one or two blocks that where all it has to be used. So you don't need even yours, because I know at the back end that okay, it has to be here, it has to be there, it has to be here. So I will ensure that I practice a lot, and then it is a part of my everything where it has to be inserted. I don't know how it actually not saved. You've done all these things yesterday. Okay, anyhow. So now this is done, and I hope I've done all. Now just the image part is missing. So let's just see if anything else I've missed. So in this, I've given the key phrase in subheading. What happened, bhai? Now it should not be giving you any error. Yeah, only the length part is problematic. Though in my case, it is not giving the error the way you're telling me, from the key phrase point of view. See, in my case, it is not telling me from the image key phrase, because I think I have given one alt text. You see what alt text I've given here. Digital marketing, okay, and yeah. So if any image from the Pinterest point of view, I'm able to add. So that will just going to improve the score. That's it. Okay. I don't know who asked this question, but I hope this is clear now. Ilyas, image key phrase. So if in the alt text I'll put the key phrase, and you will not get this error that your image key phrase is missing. Akash, you cannot upload your blog. You can just copy paste your blog in here now by just going into the page. I hope you got it now, just like yesterday we did. Okay, so you just need to go back, go into your page, or you can make a post. It's up to you. So if I just make a page, maybe. So add new. So I just give a title, Akash test post. Okay, just like this. And then I will come here, and if I have something prepared of this sort, I'll just copy paste everything. Just not taking the title, because title I've given Akash demo. And I'm just going to go into this. I'm going to paste like this. And then I can do manual things like, that how to put an image. Everybody knows how to put an image here. Can I get a quick Y's and N, please? Everybody knows how to put an image here. Everybody knows how to put a alt text to image. Everybody knows how to put a link to anything. Everybody knows how to insert a button. That's it. Everybody knows how to convert this particular part from paragraph to header. If I want to make this one H2, okay, great. ठीक है. Cool. I'm happy. So this is what we have done, guys, and now you know the rest of the things. If any questions still not been answered, because now a lot of Y's and N's have come, so I might have to scroll a bit. So please type or copy paste for me. In between, I'll just going to show you the all text to image. Okay, so if you have a image, okay, let me just finish this part also, because if something has missed yesterday, so let's do that. Pinterest marketing, images, tools, usage, creative, all these things been taught. So I'll be fast, and maybe anything, maybe this, I'll just take the first one. I'm just going to save it and then put in my content. That's done. I'll go back. I'm just going to insert. Okay, this is from Akash post, which I'm going to delete anyhow. Has just come from the question he asked me. I did not publish it, so it has not come. So it will be in the drafts. Okay, so if anything which you don't publish, it goes in the drafts. See. Okay, and then you can publish it and preview it from here. I'm putting in a trash. Trash. And then if you want to permanently delete them, go into trash, and then you can just take delete permanently by selecting all. Of course, you have to just select all and delete permanently. Apply. Okay, so all the drafted ones gone. Okay, so we were doing something from the Pinterest marketing image alt text point of view. So if I just go there again in my yesterday's blog, I will go click edit. So you ensure that you put something which is relevant to what you did. You just got the image block. Upload. And you just got Pinterest image. Not this one. Okay, anyhow. Let's just consider this is Pinterest. Just be in a hurry and just make it center. Any image would be there. Then you just click it and you have all text. You just put anything of that which covers my alt text. Like it is having my focus keyword. You can update it. Okay. What else? Is there any numeric score, better the SEO? Yes, your PA. The moment you see your PA is increasing, it means your SEO is doing good. And then probably today, I'll just show you that when we submit the site on Google, we have a free tool by Google where you will able to see the position of your pages. So that is also something which you need to keep tracking, that how your position is going, like it is coming from which score, which position to which score it is moving. Like so we will be seeing it just in a minutes or maybe some half an hour once the integration is done. Okay, so I'm moving ahead with the today's topic now. I hope everybody is clear whatever we have done, and I have just added one line just before the class was started. So this is basically for the ones who would not have any other source until they buy out. So this is just basically from the blogger point of view, that if you are using platform like Blogger, then just refer to these screenshots to cross check if you have inserted and optimized every on page SEO elements correctly or not. Okay, so this is just going to help you. We have just seen yesterday also that on the Blogger we can just assume things by seeing that everything is going into the right place. Is there anyone who has tried doing something on a Blogger? Anything you guys tried doing on Blogger after this class has happened yesterday? Okay, anyone other than Suraj? Okay, I'm just considering then seeing Suraj work now. Suraj, okay, so there are few. Can you guys just put your URLs? For the month, it will be not relevant to buy. At least buy for 3 months, and your domain and hosting easily can come under rupees 800, 900. Just put in a chat. Just put in a chat. Just to go to your blog, like I have a blog like this, my blogger, and I made this yesterday with you. So I will just go like this, copy and paste. Yeah, 3 months. Wix, I'm not sure that for how much they give for the SEO. I think they are minimum charging for 1 year. I'm just telling you from the WordPress point of view. If you can just buy out hosting and domain for 3 months, then you can download Yoast and you can work professionally there. Okay, this is the mine now. You have just given me mine. Who is there? Who is this? Okay, this is for Blogger. Can I use on-page SEO checker tools to ensure all these? I think this is the best space, but the screenshots are telling you, I think they can be very good, but of course you can use other paid tools as well if they're giving you the right information. Any day SEM Rush. Moz and SEM Rush, I think they're very good. SEM Rush I take in advanced PPC. Advanced PPC I take for almost, I think, one session of 3 hours I take on SEM Rush on the weekends when it happens. So SEM Rush is something where I take for PPC also and for the SEO also. So if you also want to make choice after, out of HRF and SEM Rush, then go for SEM Rush because you can use it for the PPC as well. Yeah. Yeah, Wix SEO Wiz is a very good plugin in the Wix. You can use it. This is coming from Conver. Conver, your page is not visible. You have not given the right address. You're giving me the address of your editing page. See your blog. See your address which you have sent me. Just see in the chat, Conver, what you have sent me. It's the edit access means you are on the edit page right now and you are sharing that URL. You should share the URL which is of home page, just like this has been sent by Anita. Okay. Yeah. You have just added. We have a surprise for you. Why this is not clickable? Why this is not clickable? This should be clickable. The title. Okay. This is basically just a home page, and you have not written anything as of now, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. Because I'm not able to see a lot of content. SEO is all about content, and only we can see that if things are at the right place or not. So do not share if it is not completed. Please complete it, and then maybe tomorrow we can see it. Okay, no worries. Okay, you just guys at least made a start. So just keep doing it. Okay. Others also just try to follow these steps and do something practically so that you can also see things happening and can also see the SEO part of it practically moving in the right direction. Okay. Yeah, Elias. Just write fast and then we'll take Search Console. Please give me a link. Again, you're also not giving me the right link. If you want to show your own video, just upload it, no? I'll tell you. See, the way we have just put it up the video now, like from YouTube. If you want to upload your own video, then go here and type video, and then you'll get something like this, and then you can upload your video. Okay, got it? Yeah. This is Korean blog is from Suraj. Yeah, yeah, I'm seeing it. Yes. See, this is not right now, so you have to check that where you are making the mistake. In the blogger, there will be always a challenge if you copy paste things directly. Okay, so try to write or either paste it on the notepad first, from the Word file, from the Google Doc, and from the notepad paste here, because the formatting will be gone. Once anything is pasted, I think everybody knows it. If we paste anything on the notepad, the formatting will not be the way it is showing here. Suppose if I just take this and put on a WordPress, so we have just seen when I made the Akash blog that it has taken the right H1 paragraph, right H2, H3, everything was at the right place. But if I will just Rishi hold, if I just go and put this in the blogger directly, so it will give you this kind of a problem. See, is it a right way to show the website? Is it structured anywhere? I don't think so. So what you should do when you working on the blogger, so just take your data from the Word file or a Google Doc and then go into the notepad, because you need to clear the formatting. So now the formatting is gone. Everything is in the normal text. Okay. And why we are pasting here? So that you don't have to type in here when you are working on the blogger. So just come and take things one by one from the blogger, from the notepad, sorry. So go into your blogger, you need to put a title, go here and copy the title. Okay, then you have to put the content, take the content, then you have to put the h2, take the h2. So just like element wise element, do this way. Everybody who is working on the blogger, I hope you got the clarity. What is the reason to do in this way? If you would just do in this way, because this is good for the pre-work, for the pre-work it is very good, because this gives us the structure, because we can just put into the h1 p, and we can put just h2, and then we can put the h3s. So for us making anything here, it is very good, because it gives us the shape and size and kind of a structure, how it going to look. But putting from here to the blogger directly can bring such issues. Just put in a notepad and then do it. Okay. Now, Rishi, you've been asking. Now I'm not be seeing any other stuff, guys, because we need to move ahead. We just keep adding your things in your Excel, so that whenever I'll get a time, I'll see and I'll just going to advise you. Anyhow, these will become your project part. If you'll do correctly, you can always use these in the project. And when project comes, then of course we have to check and we're going to give our feedback to it. Okay. So anyhow, just keep working and keep making more professional work. Yeah, more professional pages. Okay. There was something which Rishi was saying again and again. Rishi, what it was? Can you once again explain how to add a URL to the heading? Anything when need to be made clickable, no matter it's a image, no matter it's the normal text, no matter it is Shannon, I don't know if you're able to see the questions or not, but I cannot just move if people are not, clear with the previous things. And they are just coming from the yesterday's class. So we have to take it. I'm so sorry. Even I don't like repeating things, but you're able to see yourself. These questions are coming again and again. If I'll just start taking the new chapter and then they will start asking the same thing, then we'll be more disturbed, because we will be in the momentum of the new thing. We will be just introduced to the new topic. That's it. Yeah, you can ask. Yeah. So this is the way you do it, okay? I hope Rishi you got it now. We have to start it now. It's 30 now, okay? Just put a URL, enter, and open a new tab. And then you can just put this anywhere, in the image, in the text, in the headers, anywhere. Clear, Rishi? You there? I think you asked me this thing. Yeah. Chalo. Thanks for replying. And let's just move ahead. So we are going to do the new topic, as I said. We are going to do the Google Search Console now, which is again a very important topic, where Akash just write a question. I'll see the question, how many times it has been repeated. I'm just going to check one thing. If it is something new, then I'll definitely going to answer. If it is something which is from the previous class being talked a lot, I'm not going to take it anymore. Because you have just seen people are getting bit impatient, and that is relevant, because they've been also here and they're waiting for the new things. So we have to respect all. Okay. So 100% sure. That's why I'm always saying, na, watch the recording before you come. Don't watch it. Okay. So Google Search Console is the next topic. What is a Google Search Console? Anybody here who can give me a one-liner on it? Of course, I'll tell you, but if you know anything about it, you can just write a one-liner maybe. Organic traffic analysis, GSE used for crawling. What else? Tell us how the website performing. Okay. Cool. Webmaster, the the name which it used to be like former name. Formerly it was called Google Webmaster. Okay. So in the easiest of the ways to understand, everybody is correct. Thank you for your valuable answers. So this is a free web based SEO tool by Google to track the indexing, crawling, and also to check data or analytics of my website. It helps to optimize the pages so that we can rank better. This data helps to optimize the pages so that we can rank better. If you are reading it for the first time, please read it once again. Okay. So in the very precise way or a layman way, basically this is the official tool by Google to do research on the SEO part. Research, I mean, we can always see how our page is working, how our page is performing, and also we can index, we can request for the crawling, and we can just request for any of the removals. We can see the backlinkings, from where the backlinks are coming. So all these things can be checked just on one tool, which is a free tool by Google. Okay, and the tool name is Google Search Console. Anybody can ask you just for a knowledge. So formally, it was called as Google Webmaster tool. Okay, the name has been now changed to Google Search Console. So now let's do it. So let's just go on Google, type Google Search Console like this. You guys can just type it. Okay, and then you will be sent to the page like this, which is I'm going to give in your chat and also in your notes, so that next time you don't have to search. So you can just make your account directly. Okay, this is the account you have to, the page you have to go on. After that, there is a sequence of steps need to be done, just like we did when we were making the Google Ads account for the keyword planner. So you will be reaching to page something like this, when you click the link which I have given you in the chat. So if we have reached this page, please type R. Okay, so the very first thing which we have to do is basically called your website and Google Search Console integration. Now, guys, please listen, and I'll take two examples, and you will be able to understand why this is so important. Okay, so I just told you the usage of this tool. These tools tell the data of the website. These tools tell the insight of the website. This tool will going to tell how my pages are performing. This tool will going to tell which keyword is performing, which term is coming, which location is giving results, which gadget is working. XYZ things will be seeing inside. It means this is so important. So can I just go and write maybe Nike or Dell? Can I just go and see the data of this? Will it be possible for me? If I just go here, suppose, and I continue. So this is verifying your property. Property means the website. So now it tells me, please verify your ownership. So I hope everybody agrees that this is the right thing. Otherwise, anybody can just, peek into anyone's data. Yeah. So that is the reason. First of all, we have to see that how we can integrate or verify our sites. Okay. So now there are scenarios. There are scenarios like if I am having the blogger site. Okay. If I'm having the blogger site. So can anybody? Okay, I have blogger site. So you have just given me the blogger site. Now I was opening earlier. I'm just going to take anyone's now. It was from when I opened it. Which one was it? Which actually got opened? So there were so many links you guys have sent, but not every link was opening. Hmm, I think from Anita, Anita. So many things there. Yeah. So this was her ID, the URL. Sorry, I said on the blogger, it is there automatically. Means you don't have to verify it. But now I'm going and taking the blogger account, and I'm just going to do the same step. You don't have to see this right now because I have multiple accounts. You will only get this one right now, and then I'll explain how to add the second one. Now I'm adding the blogger, but still it will not going to give me the access because this website doesn't belongs to me. This website or this blogger account has not been made using the same email ID which I am using for the search console. I'll repeat. This Anita's blogger account has made by the email ID of Anita. That's why it is not allowing me to verify this automatically because Anita's Gmail and my Gmail is different. Clear? This point is clear because my Gmail and her Gmail is different. Okay. And now, if you would go and use the same Gmail ID, like my Gmail ID of this and my Gmail ID of this is same. And now, if I would go and do the same thing, so you will see continue ownership verified. You guys with me? In all three scenarios, you're able to understand the difference. So if you go to any site which doesn't belongs to you, then also it will tell you to verify. If it is not coming from your email ID, if the email IDs of your blogger, your Wix is different from your search console, then also it will going to tell you please verify. And if your email ID of the blogger and the email ID of your search console is same, then it will auto verify. So for bloggers, please do this, and then I'll tell you how you verify for the websites which are not from Blogger or any of the email. Okay, so I'll tell you the process by the coding part, like how we can add the code into the website. So all the bloggers, I want to see this green in your case. Once you are able to see this verified, please type V. All the bloggers, please type V. Once this is done for you guys. Okay. So if your site is on if your site is on a blogger and Wix, because Wix also uses the Gmail ID to make your account, so you can just use the same email ID and then it will be auto verified. You have changed the email ID, then only you get this message. Please check it again. Now, what if the site is made on a WordPress or any other platform? Then integration or verification, whatever you can call it, will be done by inserting a piece of code into the header of home page. So we can use plugin for it. I will tell you the plugin name and the usage. The plugin which we can use is header footer by Stefano. I'll do all these things practically, do not worry. It's just like I'm trying to save time because people are trying to verify their sites. Now we'll see. Okay, now if your site is not on the blogger, or either if your site is on a blogger but you're using the different Gmail ID. So I'm just going to take both examples. So I am on the console. First of all, let's take the WordPress example. So my website is not on the blogger. My website is outside somewhere. Okay, and I go there. I hope this is not a part of my console. Otherwise, okay, it is not here. I don't know if it has been earlier, but I'll just try in front of you. So I'm just going to put it. If it was earlier, then it means it can verify. Yeah, it was there. So I have to just take any other site. Maybe if anybody can give me the site. I just want to show you the process. That's why. Whenever I'll see individually, I'll see again the process remains same. Just check you are using the same Gmail ID. Anyone with the WordPress domain, if anyone can give me the chat. This ukasha2words.com by Mohammed. I'm taking this. I don't know if this is on a WordPress. I'm taking this. Okay, Ishwarya has sent me. So I'm taking this maybe. So who is this? Ashwarya, you have to be a bit fast. I'm going to tell you some steps you have to do. Okay, I hope you are ready. So suppose I am trying to take the Search Console integration of this site, which is actually Ishwarya's site. Guys, from the blogger part, please wait now. Let's do the second part. I'll take it once I finish with this one. I'll give this part to the blogger people and the WordPress people and the Wix people, and then I'll come back to your individual questions. So this is a site from Ashwarya, and now I'm going to the Search Console and I add this. Of course, this is not my site, so it will going to tell me that you have to verify it, which we have just seen. The verification will leave us with few options, like we can put a code in the site. At the back end, we can put a tag. We can just do from the analytics. We can do from the tag manager, and a lot of things. Okay, so if I just go and no worries, Henry. So if I just go and take this piece of code, like which I just written in the notes, so this tells me that if you want to verify, of course, if you have to verify it, please copy this tag, paste it into your site's homepage. It should go into the head section before the first body. Now, once we read such statements, once we read such instructions, we get confused because they are technical. We are not developers. We're just digital marketers. We're just assuming that we don't know anything about technicalities. So when such scenario comes, so basically SEO people or any of the advertisers take the code and send to the developers, and they always send the instructions that please paste this code into the blah 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 blah. Okay. But the beauty of the WordPress, the beauty of the Wix, Shopify, all these tools are that they have a plugins to insert the codes. Okay. So now I'll just going to instruct Ashwarya and she will do, and then we'll see that if it's going the way we wanted. So I'm just going to give this code to her through the chat. Okay, first of all, you copy this code, Shwarya. This is just for Shwarya, not for anyone else. From meta name till this, the closing of the bars. Copied the whole code. Yeah. Okay. Now you go to your WordPress. Everybody see the steps. If it will come to you tomorrow, so you have to do this way. So you will copy the code and then you come to the WordPress and now go into the plugins and click add new. Why I have to give? I am doing now. I have to show, she don't have to show me anything. I have to show how to do it. What is the reason of presenter access? I have to show, she has to do in the site. Presenter access I would have given if she was explaining something to me or something to us. But right now I'm explaining the steps and she is doing on her website, and this is how you will do on your website. Yeah. So when you go to the plugin and you will come here and we write header, footer, everyone. This is just not for Aishwarya. She is doing practically because I cannot just take and give code to everyone. I'm just giving to one. So you will do for yourself. You will generate the code the way we have generated, and then you will go to the WordPress, go into the plugins, type header footer, and you will scroll down, and you will see there will be a header footer by Stefano Lisa, 5-star, and over 300,000 activated installations. So this is one of the best, which I use personally. So please install. There will be a button of install now like this. Install now and activate it. So once this is done, just let me know. So first of all, you need to know this. First of all, everybody needs to understand why we are doing it. If you are confused, we are doing. If anybody is has missed the part, this is saying to verify this website. Okay, and Akash, please can you write for me, and I'll just going to do this for you. I'm explaining it again. Why we are doing it? Because this is asking us to paste this into the head section before the first body section. Now, if I go into the back end of the website, can I do this? Am I a developer? That can I do this directly and open any of the piece of code and start playing with the HTML? Don't you think that it can really affect my running website? If I just go and try to find myself that where is the head section, where is the first body, if I just go without any knowledge, I copy the code and try to paste anywhere. So don't you think that it will going to affect my running site? Everyone agrees on it, I hope. Yeah. So for that reason, when we are onto the WordPress and when we feel like that we are not very sure, how to use this technical part, so we use plugins. Now this plugin, once this is activated, if you'll go and click on settings, under settings, you will find there is a new header and footer thing has come. Okay, Aishwarya, are you able to see this in your system? Please click this. Yeah. So if you would see this, now why we have got this plugin, because now this gives us the sections. We don't have to go into the code and find headers, the body, the closing body, open body. It is telling us directly that this is the head section, this is the after the body section, and this is the footer section. Now, if any tool will ask us that please put the code into the header, then we will put the code in header. Just like when we'll do the analytics, I'll tell you. When you will do with anyone the Facebook, then the pixel has to go here. So many codes will come in your course. So we will keep coming here and we will keep pasting. Just like it has told us, again I will read for you. It has told us to put the code into the head, but into the home page. Okay. So the one which we are seeing here is divided into two parts. Head section of every page means if I'll put this code, it will be inserted into the head of all my 10 pages, 100 pages, 1000 pages, whatever the number of pages I have on the website. But Google Search Console is saying you just have to put into the head, but into the home page. So that's why you can see of my client's account, of the Arca, the code has been inserted already into the home page of the head. So Ashwarya, you will paste that code here. Okay, that is why it was saying auto verified when I did it, when I put it Arca skincare, because the code was already here. And after putting the code, you just need to go down and save it. Once it is saved, Ashwarya, just let me know if you have copied and pasted and saved it. Okay, now if everybody would understand the process, you will able to understand that I have given my code to her of this website, and this code actually has been inserted in the right place where the search console was asking by Ashwarya using the plugin. Now if I'll go and verify, can I expect green? Can I expect a verification done? I hope. Let's see. Let's see. Can you see that? Ownership verified. Verification method was the HTML tag, which I just given Ashwarya in the chat, and she has inserted into her website backend, because she is the owner of the website, because she is the admin of the website. She has the admin ID password. So she just went into the backend of her website and inserted the code into the home page head. How many of you actually got some clarity on putting the codes now into the website after this exercise? Okay, this is going to be the very main part of your whole digital marketing journey. You will be seeing so many codes coming from everywhere in every course that you have to put in the website, but you don't need to go through the processes which are like these. So if you know the HTML and the coding, then you have to go with such processes. When you go there and then you go for the header, and then you find, you try to find where I have to put the code. So the plugin usage was easy, or to find the code here where has to be inserted, this is easy. Like this coding C or the plugin P. If you even do tomorrow, I hope you will be agreed on this part, that we will be so confused, that if it asks us to put a code anywhere in the the code or into the HTML, we have to just know all these things, and then it will just going to change our file together. Okay, the basic knowledge is okay, but if you can just get the alternatives like the plugins we have used, so even you don't need to get into such HTML part, you can just do it directly. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. But this was very important because that site kit will only going to help you in the Google platform. What if tomorrow you need to put the LinkedIn code, Facebook code, and also the Twitter code? So then also we have to check and do the same process. So if you learn from the very first code insertion, then it will be so easier for you for every code insertion in the next classes. That's why I just taken. That is the just auto verification partner. That is so simple thing. Yeah. Rishi, first of all, you tell me where the confusion is. I need to ask Rishi and everybody who wanted to know it again, where the confusion is. You have to tell me the level. I will take from there only. I will not be, able to just do everything the 25 minutes I've done again. At least tell me where the confusion was, where the confusion build up. Meanwhile, you guys please do the process if you are onto the WordPress. Yeah. The verification from the link part of verification. Okay. The verification is for one-time usage, or it will be no, it is just for one time, but it is just for one tool right now. So we have just done for Google Search Console. The same way we will do one time for Google Analytics. The same way we will do it for Google Ads remarketing, Facebook remarketing, LinkedIn conversion, Twitter conversion. So whatever the courses would keep coming from the usage from the topic, it has to be used one time only. No code goes again and again. It just has to go once. It is just like different tools getting connected to your website. Okay, and once they are connected, it means connection being made. After that, it's just like you have to keep collecting the data, you have to keep working on it. Suraj, if you know the coding, you can do it. I don't know coding, so I will not do this way. I am just digital marketer. I don't know anything from the HTML world. If even I would know it, I will use the plugin. Plugin name already given in your notes. Header footer by Stefan Eliza. Yeah, I'm opening it. Somebody else also was asking me to open. So it is in the header footer, and you will see it is in the head section onto the home page. This is the code. Okay, Ilyas and Suraj and Akash, everyone. Yeah. Actually, I repeatedly said, na, ki this box is for the codes where the instructions would say that please put the code into the head section of every page. When any tool, just like in the Google Analytics, this will be the instruction that please take the Google Analytics code and go into the head section of every page and put it. So then I will take the Google Analytics code and I will just going to put in this way. But now Search Console is saying, please take this code and put into the head section of home page. So what I did, I pasted here. Whatever the tool instructions would say, I have to follow the same. In the LinkedIn, it says, please go and put the code into the footer. Rather in the Twitter, it says, yeah. So in the Twitter, it says, please go into the footer and put the code. So I have put it here. So whatever the instructions comes from the tool, it varies. I have just searched in front of you. Akash, if it is your paid, then it should be there. Rishi, you just have to get the code. You just have to get the code. Just copy this, and if you would see, I will go and show you. This is for Rishi Chadda only. I hope he is just not getting it from the very first part. So if I go for any website, my client website, just like I'm assuming Ashwarya was my client. So I put up the code of the Ashwarya here and I just, continued. And then what it given me? It given me options to verify. So the options like file and all. So I have just taken the easiest one where it says just go and put the code into the head of a home page. So I've taken this code and sent to Ashwarya or either to the Dell.com SEO or the web team. I will send it. Okay, what they would do, they will go and open their header footer and they will just going to paste the code into the head of home page and save it. Just a five-step series here. You have to put a website, it will give you the code, come into the website, download the plugin and paste here. And then it will be verified. Is it now clear, everyone? I think Akash was asking. I just do not want to make anybody sad. So we're just writing bullets where very quick bullets, and meanwhile you can put your more questions if you have. Rather, I will just open the poll because yesterday also the poll was not finished for all. I just opened it for 30 seconds. So today, because I'm writing these bullets for the steps to verify, so you guys just take this poll meanwhile. Any other question, you can just type meanwhile. uh, Open Search Console, put website address, take meta tag to verify the ownership, copy and bring to the WordPress, download plugin, install and activate, then go into settings bar and HNF Please do not ask me what is HNF. Huh? Okay, I'll write it for you. Paste the code into head of homepage. Save it from left bottom. Go back to search console and verify. Done. Okay, guys. Akash, now you got the steps also. I hope you will able to do it whenever you have to do it in the future. So this will help everyone rather. Okay? No worries. So I had time, so I just did it. Otherwise, I want you guys to just see the recordings and try to learn the steps. This notes are okay, but try to just be more into the doing things rather than just keeping in the notes. Uh, then it is just like the process, which is simpler when you go with the, the one which I am using. Otherwise, you have to just go into the domain file and put everything into the domain name servers. When you go for a GoDaddy, I don't know if you have bought any website or domain name earlier. So if you will, just purchase any domain name from GoDaddy, so they will give you the dashboard where you can see the domain name servers, like the servers names and all. So there you have to put the code. So it is a bit more complicated. So we just take this part of a GSC. So it's all about verifying. You verify from that part, you verify from this part. So moreover, this is the only difference. So if you have a good idea, then you can try that part as well. But ultimately, this is going to be easier because the Google Analytics part or putting into the head homepage or doing through the tag manager, any ways which are coming, under the tab which we are doing, they are much easier and they can be easily done by any of the marketer. You don't have to be a technical person for it. Okay, but when it comes to using the other one, then you have to have the domain with, the GoDaddy with you, of course. So this is basically going in the DNS verification, domain name server. This is what I was telling. And this is going to give you the multiple verification methods which we have just seen, which I just shown you. So that's the only difference, nothing much. Okay. Any other? No, into the GoDaddy's dashboard because domain is being bought by GoDaddy. cPanel is for the hosting, Mohammed. So there are two different things, no? That's why just try to watch those videos from the YouTube point of view. For the bloggers, it is done directly, no? If you are using the same Gmail ID, it is done directly. The very first one which I shown you, from the same Gmail ID, it has been done, verified automatically. If it's a different Gmail ID, then again the same process, but in that scenario, because you do not have a website, so you have to put a code in the backend. Just wait, I'll tell you. I don't know if that question was understood by everyone or not, but because it has come from somebody, just taking that. So suppose if I go and take this, but I have to go into the backend. For the backend, I have to on this. No worries. So because this is coming from a different Gmail now, this is different Gmail and this is different Gmail. I hope this is not added already into this. So if it will be, then I'll take the third account anyhow. But we can still see. Because this was added. So I need to see the third account of any of the other blogger. Which one I can take? Any blogger site? Any blogger site? You guys can give me any blogger site. Because that will be not my Gmail, no? That's why it will not auto verify. My both the Gmail IDs are auto verified because they are linked to each other. So you can just give me any of the blogger site. and then I'll tell you to put a code, where to put a code, and then you will just go and put a code the way we have just done for the WordPress. So now we are checking that how to do for blogs. Okay, if you have a different Gmail for the blog, suppose now if I'll go and I put it here, so it will not auto verify. Why? Because this is not my blog site or my Gmail ID. This is Suraj's email ID. If I just go and continue, this will again going to give me the same verification process and all. But right now, last time in the WordPress, what happened? We just went copied the code and given to Aishwarya. She downloaded the plugin and it was done. But now what has to be done? Suraj just copy the code from here, from Meta, till the close brackets, bracket closes, and I'll tell you where you need to go into your Blogger now. If you have a different Gmail, okay, just put you copy the code, and now you go into the backend of your Blogger. Yeah, wait. Now you just go into the theme from left side, theme, and then in the drop down, go into the edit HTML. Click. Okay. Once you click it, of course, it will bring you to the coding and all. So you just go, and after this, after this head, put three enters, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and put a code in the middle six in this one. Put a code, the code which I've just given in the chat. Put the code here, paste it here, the one which I've just given you. Now save it from the right corner, from here, right corner top. Done. So again, I repeat what I did, guys. So I tried to add on the blog spot or a blogger account of Suraj, which is not from my Gmail, from other Gmail. And I have just tried to give that into the backend or a body of his blog site. The way I've just explained, this is the way it can be done. So it means my code has been inserted into the website's backend. Now, if I'll just go and verify, so this says the ownership verified. So only the difference now is because WordPress gives us the option of using the plugin. So we don't have to go into the backend and do the headers and all. Here on the Blogger, we don't have such privilege, where we can just go and download the plugin and do things. So we have to get into some coding part and we have to download. So that's why the very first thing which I've written is ensure that you are using the same Gmail ID to make GSC. And if you are on the Blogger, because otherwise you have to do this all process, what I just done with the Suraj. I hope every point is clear, what we have done and how we have done it. For the WordPress also, and for the Blogger also, and for the bloggers different email IDs also. Okay. I'm using only one Gmail. I have done the same process, still not verified. Just try to make again, just go into your search console. It should not be the problem if you are seriously using the same email ID. Just go into the search console and try to find something like this and try to click add property. And then you will be sent here again. And then put the URL again and try to verify. Just refresh it on. In the break time, you can just try it again. Okay, so let's go for a break and come back, and then we will do the main part of the search console by seeing things inside. This was just about the integration. Okay. Chalo, I'll mute myself. I'll meet you in 10. Okay, guys, quick confirmation if I'm audible. Okay. So we have just done one part, that is the integration. That is GSV and website integration, or you can say verification. The next thing which is very important is sitemap submission. If you remember, when we were doing this, I told you that I will take this practically, that how to submit and how to create. You need to check the above section. You know very well. We have discussed in the very second class. Okay, so you also I'll tell you the manual way of submitting the sitemap, or maybe you can say um, requesting for indexing manually, so that you don't just have to wait that when the crawler would come. Okay, I'll write the tool later and I'll do it. And most important part which we will be spending time on now is performance and the analysis of our pages. Also, I'll tell you how to remove specific pages, just like you can do through robot.txt. You can do from here as well. Robot.txt generally when you have multiple pages, but now if you just want to remove one or two pages, you can do from the search console. We'll learn that as well. And few things which generally I take in advanced SEO, but I'll take here as well to give you the analysis about checking the backlinks, from where you can get the backlink report. We're just going to touch this part a bit right now because we have not covered the backlink. It will be coming tomorrow, and then the advanced SEO also we're going to talk about. But here our main steps which need to be focused on, like this one, so that we can start with the right analysis. And of course, we need to check how we can actually integrate our site and submit the site to Google, and also how we can push that site again if it is required in future. So these 3 points are very important. So this is done. Let's just focus on the first point. So sorry. I'm just going to go back into the search console, which is verified. So my Arca skincare is already verified. That's why you can see there is a traffic. But in your case, it will not show any traffic, no matter you go for a WordPress site, or either if you even show any of the blogging site, it will not show the way the traffic it is showing in my case. Okay, because you have just installed today. It will take time, and you have not integrated, like you have not completed rather completely, because we have not submitted our sitemap here. Okay, so the very first step after the integration need to be done. Then only we can say that the complete process of submitting the site to Google is completed. Okay, the very first part is submitting the sitemap. Now you guys very well know how to see the sitemap of any website. So if I have a blogger site, then of course I can just put sitemap.xml. You guys know very well. Okay, I'll just copy this. If I am a blogger user, I don't know. That's why it just took 1 extra minute to come back because I was just coughing so badly, and again I've started to cough. Anyhow, so you copy this site.xml and you go into your Blogger account, the search console. You go into the sitemaps from this left side, okay, and you just put sitemap.xml because you can check your address is already here. So all the bloggers who has got the verification done before the break, please type or copy paste sitemap.xml. Please, one important announcement. You should ensure that you have at least one page like this. Otherwise, it will give you the error. So ensure at least you have one blog, and then your sitemap.xml for the blog is completed. And then only you take this. You can submit it, but you will not see success the way in my case you are able to see. Just try it. So the ones who are putting sitemap.xml and submitting and getting the success, please type S. The ones who are getting error, please type E. All the blogger users, all the blogger users. Shima, what is the error like? You will able to click it, okay? It will just tell you the error if there is any error. Just click it and check what is the error like. Yeah, so that is the reason. No? What about the bloggers? Suraj and Anita, guys, please complete. It's just a 1 second exercise, rather 2-3 seconds maximum. You just need to type sitemap.xml and click submit. Why it's taking so much time? Hurry up. Not D, S. If it is submitted and you are seeing success. Google product losses. That's okay. That's okay. That's a just announcement. That's fine. Okay, Rishi done, Akash done, Suraj done, Anita done. So all the bloggers, I can see just 5 names. Srinivasan done. Okay, now I move to the other part. So if you are making your site on a WordPress, status couldn't fetch. So if you are seeing status couldn't fetch, just wait. Click on this. Can you just give me Astrid also? Can you just give me your blogger account, Astrid? Like mine, like this. Also, Suraj, you also give me. Suraj, I'm asking for your blogspot address. I need to check one thing. I need to check your XML file. This is fine. Now, please see my screen, Suraj. I'm just talking to Suraj, and check that here on the left drop down. When you just open it, it is showing your address completely, complete address, or either you are able to see your address here. Let's check. Checking for you, Astrid. Astrid, I think yours looks like the problem that you don't have a blog, a complete blog here. Still, it has given you the XML. I think just wait then you two guys because your XML file is fine. There is nothing is which is missing in the XML. So that's not an issue. So you just wait for 24 hours, and if it doesn't happen by tomorrow, tell me again. And ensure that you are seeing your right address here. Both of you, Suraj and Astrid. Yeah, just wait till tomorrow. It should be because your XML is created. Meanwhile, what you can do, Astrid, if you can just make a proper blog today, maybe some 100 words or something. That's fine. That's fine. If it's success, it's good. Couldn't fetch because it will take time. It will take time. Okay. Coming to the WordPress, yeah, it will take time, no? Yeah, that's what I said. Maximum 24 hours, minimum it can be 1 second or 15 minutes. It could be anything. So just try to wait. For the WordPress people, you will come again to the same, if you are a WordPress, and then you would see something like this of your there. You have to just share the error, Generally, the errors would not come because if your XML is fine. If your XML is not made rightly, because the blogs are not there, the pages are not there, the service pages are not there, and your XML is not being generated the way we have learned last week, then it has to be generated first, okay, properly, and then come and just submit it. So two steps: generate the XML correctly, which we have learned last week, and do the verification correctly, just we did before the break, so that you are able to see the right domain name here, that it is verified. Okay, and then submit the sitemap.xml. So WordPress guys, you will write something like this: sitemap underscore index.xml, and then you will see a message like this. Please do it right away. You will write like this: sitemap underscore index.xml. Please do it and submit it. And if you get success, S. If you get error, tell me the error. All the WordPress people and all the Wix people, all the Shopify people, this just doesn't go for the for the WordPress. Everyone has to do in this way. So for non-WordPress like Wix, Shopify, so you don't have to put the index. In your case, it will just go sachin.com backslash sitemap.xml. This underscore index just goes for the WordPress people. Otherwise, it is just simple like sitemap.xml we seen in the blogger site. Anyone Wix, anyone Shopify, anyone Shop 101 or any of the coding sites, you have to just write sitemap.xml. Only the WordPress people has to write, okay, and then we see success. Good, Akash. Okay, now I'm not wasting more time. I think everybody is understood. Still, if you're not understood, and still if it is not coming, the other way to do it, which again going to take time for you, but I'll show you the live demo in the class. There are two scenarios we are discussing here, guys. Please concentrate. First scenario, if by 24 hours even you guys see tomorrow that it is saying reading or couldn't fetch or error, something of that sort, if it is coming by putting sitemap again and again, then also this process will be done, which I'm just about to do. Second scenario, that suppose you have 100 pages and your 100 pages are discovered successfully, and now you are just making your 101st page, and you don't want to wait for the crawler to come and see your page. You just want to push your crawling. You just want to push your scanning. Okay. So both the scenarios clear to everyone. What exactly would be the objective? Okay, either you want to push the manual crawling, either your default sitemap.xml file is not getting read. Then in both these two scenarios, what is to be done, I'm just about to explain you. Okay, so what you would do, just like in my case, suppose 30 URLs already been successfully done, but after that I just made one page with you guys to yesterday, Pinterest marketing. Okay, now I want to ensure that my Pinterest marketing is on Google, and I want to push it for the indexing right now manually. What I would do, I will go into the URL inspection. Yeah, guys, please keep seeing what I'm doing. And I'm just going to put the URL of that Pinterest page. Okay, not of my whole site. I'm just going to take the Pinterest page. I'm not putting the main domain name. I'm putting the specific page here. It can be any product page, any service page, anything. Okay. In the URL inspection page, enter. Now it will say that it is retrieving the data. It is saying that it is still not on Google. So what I have to do, I have to request the indexing. Before I request, just try to go back into what we have understood in the mechanism, that there is a steps like crawling and then indexing, and then there's a processing, storing, and ranking. So what it said, it is checking the data in the store. It was not there. Now what is asking me? It is asking me to request the indexing. I'll do that. So this will take 2 minutes, 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes sometimes. So it is what is exactly it is doing. It is taking my request to test this URL can take the indexing request. Means it is going to be done on a priority as compared to my other pages now because I'm pushing it. Okay, so let's see what the uh, notification comes or like what alert comes like. So let's just read it. So this says so this is submitting the request and it will say that you are added to the priority queue. Are you guys with me? What we're discussing here? It is saying that your request actually been sent for priority crawling or indexing. Now, if I again go and test the live URL now after requesting, if I go and test it, can you see the difference, guys? Everyone with me, what has just happened now in front of you? You are your your URL is available on Google now. They have just tested live for you. Okay. Still, if you would come to the next step now, where we'll able to see the performance of the pages. If you still find that your page is not getting a rank, your page is not getting impressions, so you can again request indexing, but please keep a gap of 24 to 48 hours. If you keep requesting your indexing manually again and again, your account can put on a hold to Search Console. So because this question would have come very, easily to you that everybody can push the crawling in this way, but Google has protocols. For one page, you have been given some time. If you have just requested today, it will not going to take your request again. It will just going to rather hold your indexing. So do not just be very over anxious. You have requested, you have tested live, now you have come on Google, now just do your work, which will be your off page, or maybe making the other pages available to Google. Okay, clear everyone? Clear everyone with these steps what we have done? So by tomorrow, if you are not able to find that your sitemap is not getting a success message, so by tomorrow, I'm saying after 24 hours from now, so you can just go and put your URL, maybe your domain name, your your head homepage, and in future, if you add any page and you want to just request the indexing so that you don't have to wait for the page to be crawled with its own time, the time which Google takes, then you can just go and you can do that. You can just do it. All time as a team often says indexing taking time. Yeah, it will take time, Gaurav, because it depends on the content changes, the content updates being taken and being made to the website. if anybody to whom you are paying now, at least they cannot make a fool out of you, because you can just go on this tool and check the inspection that if that page is really been indexed or not, and secondly you can push it for the manual way, and then you can just tell them that I have just requested and my page is on a Google now. Are just about to bring the position, and the position eventually would increase when your PAD increases and your backlinks increases and all, whatever from the on page point of view we have done, and whatever we'll do from the off page point of view. Okay. Akash, why you will add two sitemaps? First of all, I want to ask this. I have taught this n number of times, I think, that your XML remains same throughout. It doesn't change. You keep adding the page, it keeps getting updated. Okay. If this is my XML today, okay, and if this has been inserted here, like this, so once this is getting updated by any of the addition of the pages, so don't you think that this is also getting updated automatically because the file is already here? Okay, you can only push for URL inspection. If it was approved, so I go with the safest of the options. Generally, WordPress sites XML doesn't gets approved when somebody puts like sitemap.xml. So if you go with the sitemap underscore index.xml, 99.9% it gets success message. If yours has got approved with just sitemap.xml, then you don't have to do this. This was just as an alternative. Okay. Or vice versa. If this is not working, then you can just go with the sitemap.xml. But in any case, you just need to put once, because one file got all your URLs successfully indexed. Only one file. You don't have to do that. It will only going to read one only. Do not worry. One success one, that's done. Okay. Yeah. Now coming to the most important part, which is performance and analysis. So this is something which we should be spending bit time today. I think we can spend bit, and then tomorrow maybe if we can more. So this actually leaves us with many numbers, and the reason to explain you CTR was so that you know the formula and you know the difference. You know that how many impressions have come, and then after that how many clicks have come, and that brings us to the division of clicks to impression that gives us 10.6 CTR. Okay. Of course, this is moreover a test site. So the data keeps coming from the students wherever I give the demo. So they keep seeing it, they keep checking it, but still we have numbers, so we can do a good analysis out of it. So main analysis starts with this. You can just change the dates and you can just see the data for 7 days, for the last 6 months, the last 12 months. You can just see the data of recent, like for yesterday, not for today. It's not going to give you the live data. So you can see up to yesterday. And I'm just keeping it 3 months so that we can have a better numbers to see. And then the story starts from the scrolling down. Now here, the main SEO optimization work starts. Whatever we have done, keyword research, whatever we have done in the on-page SEO by putting in the right place, that was something which was done and left. Now, when we are done with that part by thinking we have done everything perfectly, now we come here and we see what exactly is happening in my site. Okay, so this leaves me like the top queries where I've got, I'm just going to sort it from the impressions. The top queries where I got the most impressions on Google was introduction to PPC, or introduction of PPC, or introduction to PPC, or full body laser, or YouTube strategy 2022, or PPC fundamental test, or Arca clinic, blah, 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 blah. 72 search queries. I can just change and put it like 100 so that all 72 can be seen. So all these queries, and the queries means what people are typing here. Okay, what people are typing here. It's not about what it's not about what keyword I have put it up. It's about what they are typing and when my result actually getting on Google. Okay, so this is what they're typing most of the time. 67 times out of the whole 830 impressions. 67 times people have written introduction to PPC marketing when my result of Arca skincare being shown. Is it clear? First thing, what does this query report means? What this means, everyone? Okay. Gaurav, I'm just asking for the first thing. Okay, don't go ahead. I'll get to that part. At least if you can tell me that this is clear to everyone. It's just the impression. Impression means your result of a site being shown, no matter what was the position, no matter what was the page location, like the first rank or second rank or a third page or a seventh page or a 10th page of a Google. It's about the impression has come. Okay. Now comes the second part. Okay. Result, like this is the impression. Okay. If somebody is typing, so one impression being added to this website search console. So now if they will go into their search console, and if today the impressions were 1,000, now they have become 1,001 because I have seen this. The moment I click it, if the clicks were 100, now and the moment I click it, the clicks become 101 now. So that's how this changes. Okay. So this is first thing. Now if I have to optimize, because as I said, I'm going slow, that's why I just told Gaurav to wait for the question part. From query, what the first thing I understand? Can anybody tell me from the queries and this impression clicks thing? What is the first understanding as an SEO? Let's just brainstorm. We have done so many things. You've just been following me. You've just been watching and been making notes and doing things. I want to brainstorm. First thing, Gaurav is absolutely correct. First thing, we are able to see the CTR. The second thing is keywords. Alvin is always, been on the bingo. He's always, he speaks less, but he gives always the best of the answers. Thank you, Alvin. Most used keywords will help us for title. Yes, Shreya's also there in the race. So this leaves me with understanding of two things. First of all, CTR means my impressions are coming, my clicks are not coming, so I have to check the thing. I know the reason, and I'll tell you the reason from this side why it is happening. Second important reason is that CTR is click through rate, Akash. That's why I always say, na, come prepared. I keep telling you guys, please watch my notes, please just download the recordings. We have done last week this thing. It is the division of a click to impression. So if I have got 88 clicks, if I divide it by 830, I think 830 were the impressions, multiply by 100, so 10.6. 10.6. Okay. Just this is your site only. This is what it is coming from my site, na? So we know that it is coming from me only. It is coming from my site only, basically. It is showing the data of my site only. It is not going to be, I mean, me clicking on it. Yours, data, if you've been clicking, it will not able to tell you. So everything is counted here. Okay, at least you can do in the Google Analytics, when I'll tell you, you can exclude your IP. So there we can do that, so that your data is not added in these clicks. Yeah, yes, I'll tell you. Just to include, exclude your IPs, exclude your servers, so you can do, all that there. Okay, now coming to the second part. As Alvin told and Shreya's told, I will ensure that to check if somebody is writing this, which page is showing. Which page I mean? If I have 100 pages on HubSpot, somebody is typing Pinterest marketing. So from HubSpot, this page is showing. Same way, if somebody is typing this, then which page is showing? So I have to click this. I have to click this query because I have to get inside the performance of this query now. If I'll click this, so you will see something in the filter will be added. At this moment, only filter is on a web and the duration. The moment I click it, now there is a filter to this introduction to PPC. Now everything from this query point of view now being shown. Now, if I go back, so you go down, and if I click pages, so it shows this is the page or this is the result comes on Google when somebody types this. So I think result is relevant. Result is relevant. Showing the relevant page, guys. Yeah, see, showing the relevant page. Yeah. But still, it is not giving clicks. The reason is very simple. Can anybody tell me? Very simple reason. Why people getting the impression still not clicking it? Very simple reason in front of you. Anyone else? Not Shreyas, not Olvin, not Henry. I want somebody new. आकाश रैंकिंग नहीं बात हो रहा है यहाँ पे अगर उसको दिख गया 67 times it means ranking तो मिला है ना if it has been shown 67 times it means the ranking been there page is not popular one reason the very important reason which has actually been written in the chat by somebody Ashwarya that Arka skincare Muhammad also right the very first thing it is not relevant it is not from anywhere talking about the PPC market so of course I am using it for a demo classes like I did demo with you guys so these results are not clicked okay that's the reason and the other reasons could be anytime the title the description and the relevance of the query to the page okay great. Second thing you can see from what all countries these impressions have come so it has come from Brazil Russia and all these countries you can just see this okay so it will not going to take you inside the province okay what point you can just understand in this way if you are not able to understand that if you have to check any queries data so you have to first click it then you have to ensure that the right page been shown okay and then you can check from which all countries the data is coming then you can check from which all devices the data is coming then you can check the search appearance I'll show you from the position that you can leave it and then dates also can be checked when all the impressions have come so till yesterday I think the impressions been coming and you can check this way by doing this okay last part which I would take is CTR is something which you already know if I just go and click this average position here so it will going to tell me now that on what date what the position been like on the 24th when the impression has come then it was on a 48th position okay it was on a 48th position and if I have to just see the average position you can see it tells that average position being 60-second if somebody types this I get average position of this now if I just going to cross this all my queries come again and this gives me that if somebody types this generally I get this up if I type this I have got first position as well when I type this then also I got this but generally when somebody types anything related to marketing because that's not a relevant page from the domain then I am thrown to the 7th page or 6th page or somewhere you guys with me you able to see that so this is what the position would tell you that how your page is actually going like so I want to close it right away because I want to take it again tomorrow and I feel like I have to take rest maybe between so I'm not able to speak